Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Meditation with Jill here at Vitalia Strongsville. It's good to see you all. I am back in my elements, as you can see, hopefully with a little peace and quiet. I know sometimes recording live in front of other people, there could be some noises, phones going off, people coughing, things like that. So we'll have a nice, peaceful meditation practice here with me and my tapestry. So we're going to start off, of course, with some breathing. If you've joined me for the past few weeks, we've been going through the body and practicing healing and feeling the sensations of healing in our body, bringing, the feeling of heat and warmth and, that light into the areas of our bodies where we might be feeling physical pain or emotional pain, because that also causes the body to feel things. So we've hit the shoulders, we've hit the heart center, we've done the back, and we're going to get into the hips. So a lot of us have hip issues, right? Hip replacements are something that comes naturally when we get older, I think, for most people. And a lot of pain can happen there. We're walking our entire lives, we're walking, and all of that weight is just kind of pushing down on our hips. I know my dad had hip surgery a few years back. He was a marathon runner most of his life, and just all of that, that pressure on that joint caused it just to wear down. So, things like that happen. If we do a lot of walking, if we do a lot of working out, if we're on our feet a lot in our lives, that can really wear down on those joints. So we're going to practice feeling that healing energy through our hips and hopefully feel some release from any discomfort that we might be holding. If you don't have pain in your hips, that's great. We can still feel, some kind of release. Maybe it's just the tightness and tension, and it's all connected. So, if you're here, you see the hip, it goes into the buttocks, the lower back, wraps around into, your groin. So all of those muscles are connected, and to feel that, loosening up could loosen up other things. So maybe it's not directly your hips, but it could be the groin area, it could be your lower back, and that all comes together. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall. Remember, sitting up tall allows the lungs to fill up in that space where the rib cage is, instead of being slumped over and crunched, and we can't breathe or bring in as much oxygen as when we're sitting up tall. So sit up tall, shoulders down away from the ears, start to relax this area of the body. And let's take a big breath in. Fill those lungs all the way up, and then exhale out slowly. Breathing in through the nose, and then whatever feels best. You can breathe out through the nose or the mouth, whatever you would like. Good. Inhale, bringing all that oxygen into the body, into the bloodstream, and exhale it out. Good. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, and exhale. All right. Movement. We're going to continue that breathing, and we're going to move those hips around a little bit. So I want in your chairs, you probably can't see me, so let me just tilt this down a little bit. In your chairs, I just want you to lift that leg up and down a little bit. So you're feeling this hip crease. So starting with one leg, just kind of lift the foot off the ground. It doesn't have to be super high, just so you're getting some movement here in that hip. So up and down. Nice and gentle, doesn't have to be super strenuous. Maybe it's just a few inches, you were picking the foot off the floor. It's still moving that hip. All right, and then switch sides. Let's take the other leg, just bringing that knee up a little bit, the foot off the floor. Getting some motion into the hip crease, the hip joint. All right. And then I want you to come back to that other leg. Just tilt this down again so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to try to circle it around. So you might hold on to the knee and kind of circle that hip around, moving it around, and then other direction. Get that, whoops, get that moving there. Other direction, little circles of the hip. Beautiful. Other side, take that other leg, maybe hold onto the knee, and give yourself some circles around. Another direction. Perfect. Bring that foot down, and then sitting again tall in your chair. We've done this many times. Those little circles around. So sitting back into the chair, then coming forward towards the legs. Or sometimes I like to call this stirring the pot. You can really feel this in the hips and in the lower back if that discomfort travels throughout both. I know I feel it in the low back a lot. And then of course, change directions on that circling. All right, awesome. Come back to center, and we'll take just a few kind of forward and back a little bit, kind of like you're just rocking. So not all the way down to the toes, but that little movement forward and back. Loosen it up. Good job. All right, come back to that seated position, sit up tall. Let's take one more nice deep breath in and out. And let's relax. So get in that chair, lean back. If there's a backing to your chair, you might relax the shoulders, relax your arms, either on your lap or on the arms of your chair. Maybe lean the head back if there's a rest there for it. And gently close your eyes. So close your eyes and just begin to feel your body relaxing. And from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes. Let each muscle start to move into that relaxation mode, like it's ready to go to sleep or take a little nap. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax the muscles in your neck and in your shoulders. Relax the arms, allow them to feel heavy. Relax the back of your body. Let it feel supported in your chair as you sink back, melt into it. You feel the hips relaxing, the buttocks, the backs of the legs that are also supported by your chairs. You feel the legs relaxing as the feet rest gently on the floor. You feel that relaxing movement of your breath, breathing in and out naturally, as if the air coming in and out through the nose or the mouth is flowing like water, like a stream of air. And filling the body and emptying the body. And relaxing deeper and deeper with each and every exhale. And your whole body is relaxed. And your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body relaxed. As your body sits here in its chair, nice and relaxed, loose, limber, begin to bring your awareness to your hips. The left hip, the right hip, both hips together. And with all of the pain and discomfort that you're feeling here, bring that feeling of discomfort to light. Allow yourself to feel it times 10. In the days where you have the worst pain, allow it to come to surface right now. Feel where your hips just aren't working like they used to. Feel the tightness, feel the tension. And sit with this feeling of discomfort for a few moments, for a few breaths. Notice how it feels and how it makes you feel emotionally. We do hold a lot of emotion in our hips, especially women. In yoga practice, you see a lot of hip opening poses that allow that emotion to come out, to be released. So really feel everything that's here, whatever's sitting in the hips, whether it's physical discomfort or emotional pain. Allow yourself to feel that. And then start to start to visualize what your hips look like. And see the ball and socket. See where the bone maybe meets the bone if we're in pain there. Maybe see inflamed muscle or tendons that are surrounding that area if there's discomfort. And kind of put on those goggles that allow you to see inside the body and look at what it looks like. See the area of discomfort and notice it. And as you can feel it and as if you can visualize it, now let's bring in that healing energy. So picture a light, or picture and feel that warmth, and send it directly to the areas where you're feeling most discomfort. As if you're shooting that light in like a laser right into the hip area. And feel that area of the hip becoming looser and lighter. And feel some of that discomfort being pulled away by the light, by the warmth. Feel the warmth of the healing light in your hips. Feel the warmth of the healing light in your hips. Allow your hips to be enveloped in this healing light energy. And then allow some of that pain and discomfort to be pulled away. Maybe you see it physically leaving the body. Maybe you can feel it being pulled out like string. Get it out of there. However you want to see it happening. Visualize that in the hips. Make sure you're getting into both hips. So if one hip hurts and the other hip also has a bunch of discomfort in it, transfer that energy to the other side and do the same thing. Start to feel the light, the warmth sitting there in the hip. Feel the light penetrating that discomfort in the hips. And then see it drawing it out, taking it out of the body, releasing it. And as you work to see and feel the energy into the hips, the light into the hips, begin to feel that area becoming lighter. As if you can't even feel yourself sitting in your chair anymore. The hips are light and lifted, almost as if you feel like you're floating in your seat. And the heaviness is gone. As we bring that awareness to our hips, let's also pay attention to the muscles that surround that whole entire area. If you're feeling pain in the lower back, if you're feeling pain in the groin, even into the buttocks and down the backs of the legs, all those muscles are connected. So begin to notice where, again, we feel that discomfort and start to send that light through all areas around the hips, all those connecting areas. Breathe deeply and see the light entering the body, warming the muscles, warming the joints, and then pulling out that discomfort. And the hips are light and free. The hips are light, free. The discomfort and pain in your hips has been released. As you feel that lightness, begin to visualize yourself. Maybe skipping or jumping, twirling around, dancing, free from all that hip pain and discomfort. See yourself kicking your legs up, jogging, running. And feel how good that freedom of the body feels. That freedom of pain and discomfort. Again, whether it was physical or emotional pain that we were storing in our hips, allow it to leave and feel that overwhelming sense of freedom. See yourself running free. And sit with this feeling for a few more moments as you picture yourself doing whatever it is that you love to do before we started feeling pain and discomfort in our bodies. And slowly start to bring yourself back to this space. See your body sitting in your chair in the room that you're in. Notice all the areas where your body touches your chair, where you connect with that support, but still allow that feeling of lightness instead of that pulling down feeling of heaviness. We feel that floating feeling in our chairs, as if we were just kind of hovering over them. Feel again your whole body relaxed, from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and your toes. The whole body is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. The whole body relaxed. Allow this feeling of relaxation to continue as you slowly begin to awaken back into this space. Keeping your eyes closed, gently start to just wiggle your fingers. Feel each finger as they move and you wake the hands up. We move the wrists a little bit, waking up the arms. And then wiggle your toes inside of your shoes. Move the ankles a bit, waking up the feet and the legs. And then allow your head to gently rock from side to side, loosening up the neck, the head. And then coming back to that nice seated position in our chairs, sitting up tall and slowly opening the eyes again. Blinking a few times to come back to the light. And sitting up tall, let's take a nice deep breath in, fill your lungs all the way up. Then a slow exhale to empty. Hopefully, today we have found some freedom in the body. Again, working our way down from the head, neck, back, heart space, that was a big one, and now into the hips. Our whole upper body should be released of a lot of that pain that we've been storing, especially after the holidays, even still holding all that stuff in from when we were kind of not allowed to do anything because of COVID. We're still storing a lot of that emotion and we need to get it out. And that emotion sits in our bodies and becomes stagnant and we feel it physically, whether, it's just fatigue or, again, those aches and pains that we wake up with every day. So allow yourself to be free. If you do start to feel those moments of, if the sun's not out, which, it is out today finally, but hasn't been out here in Cleveland for quite a bit, we start to feel that that dreariness again, and it affects us physically as well as emotionally. So anytime you need that little lift me up, close your eyes, picture your body, notice the areas that are feeling discomfort, send that light, that warmth to wherever it needs to go, and allow it to be released, even if it's only for a few moments. That getting rid of, that cleansing, almost like that spring cleaning of the body, it helps. Thank you all for joining me today. Hopefully you feel wonderful and you can carry this feeling of lightness through the rest of your week. I'll see you next week, same time, same place, where we'll focus on our knees. Another place where, needs replacement all the time because we're always putting so much pressure there. So we're working our way down, we're almost through the whole body, and then we'll move into some other things this year. Thanks again, have a wonderful day. See you next week.